In this video, we are going to know about the 5 important instruments of microbiology as well as biotechnology, which are of great importance in both of the fields. If you are a student of microbiology as well as the biotechnology, or you are going to choose the stream of biotechnology as well as the microbiology, then this video is very important for you, because these instruments are coming in front of you here now or in the future. So that's why you just have to know about these instruments, because microbiology as well as biotechnology are both based on these instruments. So let's get started. Hey everyone, this is Aagam Singh Sisodiya. So in this video, we firstly introduce the instrument and then the principle on which it is working, and then how to operate it, how to operate the instrument. So let's start one by one with each and every instrument. Okay, first instrument is laminar airflow. This is the instrument where the proper sterilization work is done. Means that here a proper sterilized condition is provided to us, in which we can do different type of laboratory work such as culture inoculation, pure culture techniques, spread plate method. There are lots of techniques, as I had told in the previous videos. So all the works are done in this chamber. Why here written that laminar airflow chamber? Because this is a special thing that you can see that here the total laminar airflow is covered with a chamber, glass chamber. Means that it is totally isolated from the laboratory. That you can see that here outside is the laboratory, but this is the condition where this chamber is totally isolated from each and everything present in the laboratory. So that's provide a sterilized condition, because the airborne contamination also doesn't enters inside it. And now we are going to see that how it works and how we have to work on it. Okay, so for working in laminar airflow, firstly we just have to sit on a chair. The main purpose is that we just have to do our work inside it. Okay, one more thing about this laminar airflow, that you just have to see that it contains these type of HEPA filters. As you can see, there are 3 switches. That first one is the motor, and the second one is UV, and third one is FV. So there are 3 switches. Motor is what when we start this blower, so that the bacteria which is present in the air will also filtered from these HEPA filters, so the fresh air will come inside it. Second, that is UV light. When we are going to work on laminar airflow, firstly we just have to on the UV light for half an hour or approx 1 hour, so that all the contamination in this chamber on the surface will be killed by the UV light. And this is FV. FV, as you can see, this is the fluorescent light, which is white in color. So that's a normal thing for doing the work. Here also contain, it's a Bunsen burner. Second, when we do work in laminar airflow, we just have to work on these microbial culture, different type of microbial cultures such as fungi, bacteria, different varieties of cultures they are. So we have to do work in a sterilized condition. That's why we use this laminar airflow, so that the fresh air will come. As you can see, this chamber is totally packed. That's why all the contamination will be reduced outside, and we have to work in a sterilized condition. That's also an important instrument is incubator. This is also an important instrument in microbiology as well as in biotechnology, because in incubator we provide an optimum temperature for the growth of microorganisms, different type of microorganisms, as they require some optimum temperature for the growth of themselves, as the bacteria requires 37 degrees Celsius for their growth, and the fungi requires different temperatures. So we just have to give the particular temperature to microorganisms to grow them on. That's why we use incubator. Now let's see how it works and how we have to work on it. Okay, so this is the incubator. Firstly we just have to open it, and secondly we just have to place our Petri plates in an inverted position or the broth in that, so that the growth will occurs after 24 to 48 hours. We just only have to place the our culture media or the pure cultures, so that they will grow in a particular interval of time. It's just a place where we have to grow the bacteria in an optimum temperature. That's the only principle of incubator. Okay, third instrument, that is cooling microfuge. As you can see in the label also, that cooling microfuge is written there. it is an instrument which is commonly known as centrifuge. We use it for the differentiation of supernatant and a pellet in a liquid suspension or liquid solution. It works on different RPM, at a higher RPM or a lower RPM, but generally it works on a higher RPM so that we can differentiate between all of that. You can see that there is RPM meter here. This is the minutes time which we can set for that. We just have to use it. Second is that the temperature from which it we use. Main is the switch and this is the motor, and this is the regulatory switch which we can regulate for the higher RPMs. When you see inside it, you can see that there are many vacancies here. These are the vacancies for the Eppendorf's tubes. In the Eppendorf's tubes, we just have to put the liquid sample so that we can differentiate between the pellet and the supernatant. I had also made the detailed video on this centrifuge. Different type of centrifuges are there, so you just have to watch that video so that you can easily understand all about the centrifuge. This is the basic interview about the centrifuge. So that's all about the centrifuge, the third instrument in the microbiology as well as biotechnology. Here is the fourth instrument that is used in both microbiology as well as biotechnology is the heating plate, also known as hot plate, because this plate, when heated up to its temperature, as you can see, this is the temperature regulatory meter, it can go to up to 100 degrees Celsius. This is the temperature indicator and this is the main indicator. So these are the small instruments which are used, but they are of great importance used in both of the fields, microbiology as well as biotechnology. So let's see how we just have to use that. We just have to put the liquid sample on it and set the temperature from which we require the heat to be. It's just like the induction. When we use the induction in our homes, this induction so that the liquid material can boil and mix it thoroughly. That's all the principles of this heating plate or the hot plate. Okay, so we just have to on the switch only and then set this temperature and just wait until it boils. That's all the function of heating plate. Okay. Our fifth and the most important instrument is the autoclave. Autoclave is an instrument which is used in microbiology as well as biotechnology for sterilization purposes. Sterilization means we just have to remove the contamination or any type of microbes in the culture media or any sample of which we are going to work. Okay, so this is the instrument which works on steam under pressure. That's the principle of it. It's work on 121 degrees Celsius with the 15 psi of pressure, so that all the microorganisms present in the sample will killed out. This is the best instrument to work with on, so that all the bacteria, all the microorganisms will be killed under this pressure and this heat. That's a very high temperature and a very high pressure. Okay, so this instrument is very crucial in both the fields, as I had also made the proper full detailed video on the autoclave. You can also watch it by going to on my channel. I had also listed some important facts about that autoclave there, so you just have to know, because this is the most important thing you just have to know. These are the instruments related to microbiology as well as biotechnology. I hope you have got this instrument in a right way. There are lots of instruments there in also the microbiology as well as biotechnology, which I had made the video in the second part. I hope this video is helpful for you. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, and if you have any query, then you can ask in the comment box down below, and if you have any friend, then share this video with them, and if you haven't subscribed this channel, then subscribe the channel to get more interesting videos such like that. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.